Two of the biggest names in boxing, literally, are set to bash heads as a contract has officially been finalized for the title fight between Anthony AJ Joshua and Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. However, it looks like there's a slight obstacle in the way of the matchup, that being the fact that AJ has yet to even sign his contract even after having it for almost 2 weeks. Here's what we know so far. Starting off with, patience growing thin. It seems like the heavyweight king is growing tired of waiting to hear a response from the juggernaut fighter. Fury had expected Joshua to sign the contract the day he got it, but seeing the delay, he took to Instagram, posting a video stating that Joshua had until 5 p.m. to sign the contract, otherwise he would walk away from the deal. In the post, he called AJ a expletive and asked if he was going to sign the contract or not, saying that the process shouldn't be taking this long considering he, Fury, had accepted Deontay Wilder's contract the same day he'd received it because he wanted to, quote, smash his face in. AJ received the contract for the Fury fight 10 days ago and has still not accepted it, which has made Fury visibly irritated, to the point that he said that if he didn't sign the contract by 5 p.m. that day, the Gypsy King would look for someone else to challenge. Although talks between both of the rival promoters have been amicable so far, time is definitely of the essence if there is to be a major fight scheduled by early December. Fury has previously said that he was optimistic about the fight, but also that it shouldn't be taking this long for AJ to sign a single contract. On the other hand, Fury still expects to fight before the end of the year. Although the showdown against the undisputed WBO, WBA, and IBF champion Alexander the Mountain Usyk had to be pushed to a date sometime next year due to Usyk suffering from an injury, Fury is still positive that he's going to fight again, even if it isn't against Joshua. Fury was quoted saying that everybody wanted to see the fight between him and Usyk, but he had said that he was injured and couldn't enter the ring until next year. However, the challenged Usyk didn't back out without throwing some salt into the wound, as he claimed that Fury was afraid of him, to which Fury replied saying that he would put his fist right through his face. Fury finished off by saying that he was still looking for an opponent for his fight in December, and if AJ wanted to accept, he'll fight him. Otherwise, he'd just look for someone else. Whether he had decided to stick to fighting AJ or not, there's no denying it. We can't wait to see the Gypsy King back in action. However, it looks like the fight is officially off the table. As 5 p.m. rolled around, there was still no response from AJ's camp, meaning that the Gypsy King had to make good on his warning, calling off the proposed fight after the deadline expired. Having previously made several posts throughout the day encouraging his potential rival to sign the contract, Fury claimed that the fight was officially over and that he was moving on to bigger fish. In a video post on his Instagram account, Fury announced that since D-Day had passed and no contract had been signed, his fight against Joshua was official and that he was now left out in the cold with the Wolfpack. The reigning WBC champ also went on to label Joshua an idiot, coward, expletive, and a bodybuilder, saying that he had always known that he didn't have what it took to fight the Gypsy King. He finished off by explaining that he didn't care what AJ had to say now since he just didn't care anymore, wished him luck with his career, and that was it. Even Eddie Hearn, Joshua's promoter, had already said that there was no chance of any contracts being signed by Monday, despite the fact that AJ's team are believed to already have verbally accepted Fury's offer for a 60-40 split of the purse. Meanwhile, there's still another potential challenger left for Fury. The German boxer, Mahmoud Char, is now a potential alternative opponent for Fury after he challenged the champ on social media. Considering the AJ fight has already been canned, it looks like we know who the Gypsy King is going to be fighting next. Fury reposted Char's message, saying that if Joshua didn't sign his contract, then he'd be more than welcome to show him, talking about AJ, how a real man throws down. Char, the former WBA champion, insists that Fury shouldn't be fighting Joshua, especially considering AJ's back-to-back defeats at the hands of Alexander Usyk, who was originally meant to fight Fury. Although Fury's team have not yet reached out to Beirut-born German Char, Diamond Boy has called on the undefeated British fighter to reach out to him personally. He said that they didn't need to contact him directly as he was ready whenever they wanted to reach out to him, and that this business was between him and Fury, not their teams. He directly called out Fury by saying that the champ had his number, that he can call him and sign the papers himself. Char's coming off a 5-streak victory and is more than pumped for this. Besides, Fury has also called him out once before, a fight that never came to be. But it seems that now they have the perfect opportunity to have their much-anticipated face-off, seeing as Fury is looking to fight someone in December, and Char wants a chance at dethroning the Gypsy King. Meanwhile, in other boxing news, first up, the Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Crawford title fight is reportedly at risk because of a dispute over contract details. The undisputed welterweight championship fight seems to be in jeopardy because of a lingering dispute regarding the contract. If the pay-per-view fight set for Las Vegas is finalized, it won't take place on the targeted date of November 19th, but rather in December or even January. And although Spence and Crawford had agreed to those terms, with Crawford set to earn the short end of the financial split, he wanted transparency related to event expenses since the contract contains no guaranteed purse. Since Crawford will earn a percentage of the net revenue, he wants the ability to approve expenses. Although Crawford is a promotional free agent after parting ways with Top Rank, the proposed deal includes a bilateral rematch clause. If the rematch clause is triggered, the winner will earn the majority of the revenue for the return bout, but if talks for the first bout continue to drag out, it's conceivable that Crawford will want another fight before facing Spence. The 147-pound meeting for all 4 belts is one of the biggest fights in boxing. Crawford, ESPN's #1 pound-for-pound boxer and top welterweight, last fought in November, a 10th-round TKO victory over Sean Porter to retain his WBO title. Next up, Ebony Bridges will be making her first IBF bantamweight title defense against Shannon O'Connell. Bridges will make the first defense of her IBF bantamweight title on December 10th when she takes on Shannon O'Connell in Leeds, England, on the undercard of Josh Warrington, Luis Alberto Lopez IBF featherweight title fight. Bridges last fought in January when she defeated Maria Cecilia Roman to win the IBF bantamweight belt. It was her 3rd straight win. The Australian picked up the belt in her 2nd attempt to win the world title, having lost to Shannon Courtney by unanimous decision for the vacant WBA belt last year. O'Connell will be the most experienced professional boxer the 36-year-old Bridges has faced by far. O'Connell, also from Australia, has fought for titles on 3 occasions in different weight classes, losing all 3 of those fights. She's won 8 straight fights, her last being a stoppage of Sarah Higginson in the 1st round in June. The bantamweight division is one of only 4 in women's boxing at the moment, where all 4 major titles are held by different people. And finally, junior welterweight fighter Luis Quiñones dies 5 days after his KO defeat. Junior welterweight Luis Quiñones died Thursday night, 5 days after being hospitalized following a knockout loss to Jose Munoz at Colegio Elias Cheguin in Barranquilla, Colombia. He was 25. His brother Leonardo Quiñones confirmed his passing on Facebook. Quiñones was declared brain dead on Thursday, but was still connected to a respirator until his passing was announced at midnight. Engaged in a back-and-forth fight, in the 8th round, Munoz lost his mouthguard, and referee Leonel Mercado sent Quiñones to a neutral corner while Munoz was getting his mouthguard back. He was on wobbly legs in the ring at that point, and when the fight continued, after a punch, Quiñones was knocked down. He was put on a stretcher and taken to the hospital. It's a tragic event, one that shows the danger of combat sports. We wish his family well. That's a wrap for this video. Who do you think Fury should fight next? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.